Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. My name is Eleanor Love, and for my infographic, I looked at United Airlines and their stock value, income taxes, total revenue, and production costs. So United Airlines is a pretty common, major, and popular airline company. It has flights all over the world, and its headquarters are based in Chicago, Illinois. I picked it because the travel industry really suffered over the past year because of the pandemic, and I thought it would be interesting to compare its numbers during the midst of quarantine last June to this June. So this is my infographic. It is called United Airlines Taking Off Again. For United Airlines stock value, on June 30th, 2020, its stock value was $34.61, and this year on June 30th, its stock value was $52.29. That's a $17.68 difference, and its stock value rose by a little over 51% over the past year. Considering that last June airports were basically deserted because people felt unsafe flying, and this year travel is reopening, with vaccination rates increasing, that rise in stock value makes a lot of sense. United Airlines income taxes decreased by over 65% in the last year, from $376 million in June 2020 to $130 million in June 2021. The Chicago Tribune reported earlier this year that the CEO of United Airlines, along with other airway companies, discussed getting a green fuel tax break with the current Biden administration in February 2021. Its total revenue rose by a whopping 270.92% over the past year, from $1.475 billion to $5.471 billion. This also makes a lot of sense with the economy and travel reopening and people feeling more comfortable to travel. More people in general just decided to purchase plane tickets. Its production costs also increased by nearly 182%, from $738 million last June to $2.081 billion this June. With the demand for travel and flights growing this year, more labor and materials were purchased to satisfy that demand. And I'll just zoom in on the sources I used for my project. I got a lot of information from United Airlines Holdings Incorporated and also the Chicago Tribune. And that's my infographic. And so in general, United Airlines is bouncing back this year after a pretty difficult previous year. As vaccination rates have risen and as the public has gained more knowledge about COVID and how to stay safe from COVID, airports have become busy again, and that's a stark contrast to June of last year, where quarantine was imposed and a lot of people feared leaving their homes and being around others. And so in the coming months, I expect United Airlines total revenue, stock value, and production costs to rise. This is because Reuters reported that in June of 2021, United Airlines Incorporated announced that July of 2021 would be its first positive income month since the beginning of 2020. And that's a trend that looks to be on the rise. As for United Airlines income taxes, I think that they will continue to decrease. This is because of the Chicago Tribune's report about United Airlines and other airline companies talking with the Biden administration about green fuel tax breaks. So to adjust to the pandemic and to keep customers safe and wanting to travel, United Airlines has implemented a number of policies, such as its disinfection policy, its mask policy, where all customers above the age of 2 are required to wear a face covering. They're also providing customers with COVID-19 testing options, and are working with experts at the Cleveland Clinic to ensure the safety of their staff. While it's fair to say that their losses have likely been decreased by these policies, it's not really possible to directly measure how much. In general, customers have appreciated their efforts for safety, although mask mandates have been controversial overall. If I was a part of United Airlines Economic Advising Council, I would suggest that they require all of their customers to be fully vaccinated and show proof of vaccination. I know this is a controversial subject, but in my mind it has a lot of benefits. First, people who are fully vaccinated are significantly less likely to contract COVID or become seriously ill, and that reduces the airline's chance of having a major outbreak on one of their flights. It would also encourage the general public to get vaccinated and would overall keep customers safer. Most of the American public, 70% by now, has been vaccinated, and those individuals would be more likely to feel comfortable traveling if they knew that their fellow passengers were vaccinated as well. This might give United Airlines an edge over its competitors who aren't requiring vaccinations. And that's about it for my presentation. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this project.